Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I split, I got the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So this Queen of Pentacles energy is manifesting something, but I'm going to pull some overall energies and see if we can figure out what that is. There's been like a couple of readings that's been kind of centered around this Queen of Pentacles energy, so I'll try to link here. There was one recently, and then there was another one further back that was like something like, oh, this just fell out. What was it called? I can't remember. But anyways, I'll try to link it back. But yeah, it looks like there's some. Oh, this just fell out too. Oh my gosh, both of these just fell out. So it looks like a super dramatic situation, like this tower moment. Since these two fell out together, I'll take it. Justice is being served, but it's basically causing like a total crumbling of a foundation, which is maybe releasing some fear and anxiety. But there is a tangible, solid opportunity or movement forward, however small. So that's interesting. It's like whatever this is perhaps causing the tower to fall, but justice is finally being served in whatever this situation is. So let's go to the mystical shaman, see if we can get some more clarity about what's going on. Interesting. The mystical shaman just came out, so that's a good sign. For sure. Okay. Oh, wow. These cards all match, really. Okay. It's interesting how they match so nicely. But, okay, so at the bottom we have the child. So this is the card of second chances. It's a card of redemption. So it's interesting because we have this justice and we have this redemption. That's... And then we have many paths. So, and it's interesting that they match because we have this mystical shaman. And, you know, there's been all these messages about this truth tribe, like this tribe of folks that are sort of like in alignment with the way things are moving forward and the truth, and how justice is going to, and karma is going to come to that. But like, that's kind of like this mystical shaman. Like, they've done sort of like all the inner work and healed all their own inner conflict so that they can kind of walk through the world in this state of grace. That was a reading too, and flow, and like everything that they need is going to come to them when they need it, so they can just sort of be at peace, you know. And then we have this many paths. It's interesting because there's just like I don't even know what you would call that, but it's like in alignment with this like angelic sort of presence. But the story that goes with this card is like there's these two stonemasons, and one of them is like laying stone, and the other one, I mean, they're both laying stone, but when you ask them what they're doing, one of them's like, well, I'm just laying stone, you know. But they're not, they're just like concentrated on the drudgery of it, sort of, you know. And then when you ask the other one, he says like, I'm building a cathedral, you know. So that person has like connected their drudgery with this higher purpose, you know. And so it's like this higher purpose is lifting, it's like lifting that person out of the drudgery. Like they've come into alignment with something larger than themselves, and perhaps this alignment is like what is allowing them this second chance, this redemption. And it's interesting because when I picked this up, the eagle was underneath. And so there's been another reading called Staying Above the Fray where the eagle was prominent because there's this tower moment, this crumbling of the prevailing power structure. And so it's like important to like sort of be the eagle and rise above it and stay above the fray, you know. All of these are super interesting messages, but it does look like a big big drama coming down the pipe. So, okay, I'm going to the Intuitive Night Goddess, and I'm going to pick some more cards. I'm like feeling very sleepy right now. Oh my gosh. Sleepy. Drama is it's very draining, you know. Okay, all right, so at the bottom we have the Eight of Swords. So fear and anxiety, you know, I was talking about fear and anxiety being released, but this person actually, there is a path forward. They're just not necessarily seeing it, because it's like, in order to sort of like receive the guidance, we have to like be really conscious about like not giving all of our energy over to like fear and anxiety, and like be intentional about like clearing that so that we can still keep receiving the messages, you know. And that's kind of the message of that card. But we have the Queen of Swords, the Nymph of Pentacles, we have the Five of Cups, and we have the Nine of Cups. So this is interesting, because this really kind of speaks to what I was saying. You know, it's like there's obviously this super toxic situation that's around, and justice is being served, you know, but it's like you don't want to get bogged down in it, you know, like you want to stay above the fray. And the guidance is you have to have boundaries. You have to draw boundaries around yourself and your energy, you know. Maintain mastery over your emotions in order to move forward in whatever way. Like, I mean, it's sort of like, be realistic about the moment that you're in and don't try to do too much, you know, like take care of yourself, but like don't cry over spilled milk, you know. Focus on the two cups that are still standing and move forward in love, because that is the path to getting your wish granted. So I'm going to go to the Everyday Tarot, and I'm going to pick some cards for that. All right. Nine of Wands. Chariot. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So it's like we're taking a moment to get perspective on the situation, but it's like this person is the Knight of Wands. So it's like this is requiring a bold move and seizing the reins of a situation in order to win your independence. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. So it's like you might have to draw boundaries, and you might have to separate yourself from some toxic energy, and you might have to, you know, perhaps demand justice for yourself, you know. But it does look like a change is going to happen. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So at the bottom we got this Fear card, you know. So it's just sort of like this person has this like this inner bubble of calm, you know, but they're like totally triggered. It's like they've had all this abuse, you know, and so they've been sort of like maintaining themselves in, you know, this bubble of calm in the midst of all this just insane abuse, you know. But it's like in order to regain balance, they're going to have to draw boundaries so that they can maintain their peace and serenity. And so that's kind of what this is requiring. So it might take a bold move to get there, but it looks like the time has come to make that move. So good luck.